But Rob, this is bad. This is bad. This is so bad, it looks like Jeff Saturday's coaching one of the teams.
Yeah, oh my. Wow.
Sorry, Jeff.
Wow.
Sorry. It was just a good segue.
Is Jeff Saturday coaching TCU?
I don't know Jeff Saturday, but I like Jeff Saturday and what he stands for as a man. He obviously was a great football player.
He can't coach on Sundays or Saturdays.
We said it from the get-go.
We were out front on this, and I'm not patting ourselves on the back. No.
But he knows, I'm sure he knows a ton of football, and he's probably a leader of men. That doesn't mean you can just step into the NFL with no experience and coach.
Chris, what happened there was terrible from week one. And Rob G, wasn't there a fumble in that game? The Raiders could have won even that first game. They gave up the ball, Chris, if you remember, right? Wasn't there a big fumble in that game? But my point is, it could have been 0-8, not 1-7. And they progressively got worse. We talked about it. You can't do this. It's not fair to the players. It's not fair to Jeff Saturday. It's not fair to people who spent money on this. This is pro football. And that's why, a lot of people in the coaching profession, Chris, spoke out against this. What is this?
If anybody is a winner in this, it's football coaches, professional football coaches, because it shows that it's hard. And we said it ain't baseball. It's not the NBA. You can't do it in football. And I know some people might say, well, Jeff Saturday's just one guy, but it's just too much. Coaching in the NFL is, to me, Rod, it's just so much more difficult. Not to poo-poo or belittle coaching in the NBA and Major League Baseball.
No, it's just different. It's
just different, and it's harder. It's just more to be on top of. And, it's just, you can't step in. I don't think anybody could step in. And, Rob, Indianapolis, which I picked to win that division, I don't know if you did. I think you picked Tennessee, right?
I think so. I don't think I picked
Indianapolis, Rob, was 3-5-1 when they fired Frank Reich. Now, they may end up being better off because they, Rob G, they still got their draft picks, right? So they're better off going 4-11 or whatever they finished up, 4-11-1 or 4-12-1, I guess. Because what pick do they have? Third or fourth? Third. They're gonna Rob. They might get their quarterback.
And now Jeff Saturday
could end up being a good thing for them because
look at this, another pick.
If Chicago's not going to take a quarterback at number 1, they got Justin Fields. Houston's got the second pick. You would think I'm almost certain they'll take a quarterback. I guess maybe Bryce Young. I actually like C.J. Stroud at O State better than Bryce Young. So maybe they get him with the third or fourth. Rob G will tell me what
they are. The fourth pick.
They have 4. Who's third?
So top 5 in order. Bears have a quarterback. Texans do not have a quarterback. Cardinals, we think, have their quarterback. Then the Colts, then the Seahawks.
Okay, so they should be able to get, I guess, the second best, or I think Stroud is the best.
Well, they may have to trade up because you think Chicago is probably going to hold a king's ransom for that number 1 pick, right?
Right, but you don't think they'll so you think Chicago might trade it?
Probably, if people like Bryce Young.
Need help everywhere else.
Yeah, they don't need, and I think that they feel better about the quarterback, right? So I don't think that they would want to pick a quarterback. They'd trade down.
Yeah, I don't think they'll take a quarterback. And you're right, you don't think the Cardinals will take a quarterback. They're stuck with Kyler Murray with that contract.
They're married to him.
Yep. So, but anyway, Rob, your point, he's still in the running.
Chris,
right?
He should be eliminated. He should be eliminated.
No doubt.
All right, and Rob G has a few quotes I want you to read of him. Like
these are from Jeff Saturday?
This from Jeff Saturday making a plea for the job. Chris, listen to this.
Well, here's the context, right? When he was introduced, everybody was up in arms about it, you guys especially. Touchdown Georgia again, by the way.
Georgia against
37-7 before halftime.
This is ridiculous.
But Jeff Saturday.
And there's still 26 seconds, so they might score again.
They might get a field goal. Jeff Saturday, in introductory press conference, says, here's the deal, man. None of us are promised a good job. I might be terrible at this. After 8 games, I'll say, God bless you, I am no good. Fast forward.
Wow.
That's right.
That's what he said, right.
When did he say that?
That was at his introductory press conference.
Okay.
So then fast forward. Yesterday, he's asked about the job he's done during this 8-game audition, so to speak. Here's what he said. When you say 8-game audition, it was an 8-game audition with half an offensive staff and boundaries. It's an 8-game audition with the hand you're dealt, right? How do you deal with that? Hopefully, I've shown my leadership. And then he added later that he's already has potential staff members in mind should he get the job full time. He said, quote, it'll be a different direction and a different vision that I'm carrying through, one that's my own that I can implement and move forward with.
Yeah, I just, look, he needs to go the route. If he really wants to be a head coach, Rob, he needs to go the route that everybody else has. Go be an assistant, learn somewhere, and then eventually he probably would get another shot, Rob, if he did that. But, and look, I know life isn't fair, but it's not fair for them to give him that job. And he just proved it by not doing a good, like, it's not only not fair, but it's not practical. And so
if he gets the job,
there's no way.
It will be because he's friends with Irsay, and that's all it is, Chris. Because anybody else who would have turned in that performance would have been eliminated. Not only from that, but any other head coaching job. Jeff Saturday
Smith did a better job than Jeff Saturday.
Right. And he's out the door.
Yep.
And he'll never get another head coaching job, Chris. Lovie Smith. He's had 2.
Right.
That's it. And this is ridiculous. It really is. Jeff Saturday, Chris, I told you, like, it was set up. All he had to do was have them play hard, win a couple games, and then they would say, he changed the culture. Right. You know, he changed the culture in the locker room. Look how hard these guys played. Chris, it was all set up for him, and he couldn't even do that, including, what was the lead they gave up? 33 points?
They lost games, Rob, and that's the thing. It wasn't just that they went, what did he go, 1-7?
And Chris, the team that they lost to yesterday was trying to lose, the Texans.
Right. I mean, they lost games in historic fashion. First team ever give up a 33-point lead when they lost to the Vikings.
They gave up like 45 points in the fourth quarter, or whatever it was. It was ridiculous.
It became a laughing stock. And that, look, and again, this isn't even about Jeff Saturday. But
anybody given that job, Chris, I would have felt the same way about. I don't care who, anybody.
I agree. But no, look, the league, Rob, I would believe this is happening. That the league has probably talked to Jim Irsay, like, look, there is no, you can't, he's your friend. You want to have him save a little face and not,
this will be bad for the league.
There's no way he can coach this thing. Right. There is no way. And Rob, the other thing is this, and I think, because Saturday played and he was a good player and he won a Super Bowl, played with Peyton Manning, it seems like a good guy. I'm sure the players respect him.
Yeah.
Rob, if
he's one of them.
If they were to bring him back next year, I think the locker room would have issues with that.
I absolutely think so too. I think I told you this story before when Ted Turner owned the Braves, Chris. He fired the manager, put on the uniform, and went down to the dugout, like, for the game. He's going to manage the game.
What?
Ted Turner was the owner of the Braves.
Wow.
Major League Baseball got wind of it and called Ted Turner and said, take that uniform off and get out of the dugout.
As they should have. Good on them.
Yes. They were like, we don't care if you own the team. You're not mad. You're not going to make
them much longer.
Right. You're not going to make a mockery of the game. Okay. Right. Fans don't expect the owner to be down in the dugout managing the game.
Yep. No, that's true. That's true. Heck, they need to call Dallas and tell Jerry Jones to quit talking so much. But anyway, I'm with you, Rob. Like, look, he
should be out of contention.
If he wants to, yeah, absolutely. Should be out of contention. Look, they may let him save face and not, until they just let it be out there that he's still in contention until they hire the guy. But there is no way they can seriously be considering. If they were seriously considering hiring him, Rob, then the NFL, to your point with baseball, they need to talk to him and be like, look, we're taking your team.
Right. You can't do this. This is going to be a headache for the league. You can't be hiring people who are unqualified.
Right.
We got all these qualified people. We got nothing but issues with all these black coaches, especially in the league, and others who in line, Chris, white coaches who have put in their time as well for opportunities.
Absolutely. So